Hi guys, thank you once again for joining me. My name is Keiko, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you are coming back, thank you. I hope you are gonna enjoy this video. Before I start, I'd like to just thank you guys for being patient. I know I have been gone for like 3 weeks, and that's because 2 of those weeks I was actually 2 weeks or 3 weeks between the two, but like I was at home and I couldn't necessarily vlog or blog or take videos. That's because, guys, I really wanted to spend time with my family. I hadn't seen them in a long time, and it has been extremely not difficult, but I had been separated from my family for a long time for the first time. I'm 21, 2 years of age now. Oh, I keep forgetting, guys. Anyway, I turned 22 in June, guys. I'm 22 years of age, and I've only been separated from my family this far apart only this year. So yes, I really wanted to cherish the moments that I had with them and not take away from them by trying to post a video for you guys or anything of that sort. Not just my family but my friends as well. So with that being said, thank you for staying loyal and being here. I hope you are going to enjoy. Today's video has been highly recommended. For those of you who know, I am a Joburg born and bred person. I went to school at Wits, and recently, obviously this year, not recent because it's been like months, but I moved to Cape Town this year. So a lot of you wanted me to chit chat about the different lifestyles, obviously Joburg and Cape Town, Wits and UCT, and the reason why I didn't do this video soon or when you guys were really requesting it was because I really wanted to give Cape Town a try, and I really wanted to be fair in my analysis. I didn't want, obviously because I'm born and bred in Joburg, I have more experiences and stuff like that, so I really tried to give it some time, and this is my 7th month here, so I think it's fair enough and I can make a fair judgment. And obviously this is my experience, and a lot of people have different experiences, but other than that, I have made notes, hoping that I'm not gonna forget anything, and also trying to stick to the important things, or well, the things that I think are important. While we on that note, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Like, it's very important. I really appreciate your subscriptions, your your views and stuff like that, but like, honestly guys, I really need you to subscribe. So please tell your neighbor, also tell everyone to subscribe, guys. While we're on that note, guys, like, today I've been on a rant. If you do follow me on Instagram, you would know that I posted a video actually complaining about this, like, just slightly off topic, but like, it is about Cape Town and Joburg, or like people who are not from Joburg, right? There's this thing of Cape Townians. I've heard it from a lot of Cape Townians. When they get to Joburg, they complain about the weather, Joburg weather, and how it changes all the time and stuff like for real though, for real, like, are we really doing this? Like, have you seen Cape Town weather, guys? Today, this week, like, what's the date today? Let me just check for you guys. It is the 2nd of August, guys. 2nd of August. And ever since this week started, the weather here has been so horrible. Like, you go out, the sun is out, it's bright, guys. That time it is cold. Like, today was so cold. The trees were even moving. Like, your weave was doing the most. And then when you get to campus, or like around 1ish, it's it's not as cold anymore, and later during the night it's gonna rain or something along those lines. So please stop complaining about the weather in Joburg. You could say weather in South Africa, but I mean, you're South African, so I don't understand. But anyway, that's besides the point. Guys, shout out to me. I like legit dyed this hair myself. It was black, and now as you can see, it is this color, and I'm loving it. Look, I'm loving these highlights. It really looks like it's a professional person who did it. I am going to try showing you how I did this, because I also want it to be light. I want to make it lighter, so stay tuned. But for today, we're not talking about that. Let's move on. Okay guys, so the first thing I really want to talk about is academics. Obviously at Wits and at UCT, yeah, and maybe possibly compare the two. And yes, so academics, in terms of academics, I really have to be honest. Like, for me, I feel like this wouldn't be a fair judgment, given that when I was at UCT I was doing my undergrad, and at UCT when I was at Wits I was doing my undergrad, and at UCT I'm doing my postgrad. So therefore automatically the teaching styles are not the same. In postgrad, obviously you're expected to know more, and half of the time we are self-taught, like we are teaching ourselves. Most of the time it's presentations and hearing what other people think of the topic, and that they really want to see your independence, right? And everything just builds up to your thesis or stuff like that. So more than anything, I can't necessarily speak on the teaching style, because at Wits I was an undergrad, meaning that they weren't expecting me to be independent. They weren't expecting, or obviously they were expecting opinions, and I'll show that in essays and stuff like that, but like in my writing. But most importantly, like the teaching in itself would be different, because I think also at Wits they'd be, I don't know, like I can't even think, because I've never been a postgrad student at Wits, and I only know the life of being an undergrad student at Wits, and therefore I can't really speak of the teaching style. I can't speak of I can't necessarily speak of the pressure as well, because obviously there's more pressure as a postgrad student than there is pressure as an undergrad student. In terms of the departments though, I can speak about that. I really feel like the department at UCT is dysmatic. Like, I am so sorry, like I don't know what's happening. Wow, like it's a lot. But yeah, it's not bad, but it's also not like a good, they're not, administration wise, the department is really lacking as compared to the Wits department. And yeah, like administration, man, I don't know, because I remember when I had a conversation with like one of the girls at here when it comes to administration in different varsities. And obviously, because when I was applying for postgrad, I applied literally everywhere, and I know UJ administration is the worst, and also like getting like accessibility into the campus in itself is very difficult. So it makes everything just difficult, because sometimes when you call they don't answer, stuff. My experience with Wits administration has honestly been the best. Like, I remember in undergrad, I applied, not in undergrad, in high school I applied when I was in grade 11, and with my June marks, and by September I already knew that I had a conditional acceptance. So I've never had like trouble when it comes to administration at Wits, or them having to get back to me or stuff like that. No, like honestly, no. Even like just administration when it comes to like fees, because obviously when I graduated this year in March, I had to pay my fees and find out if my sponsor had paid and stuff like that. And when I called, they really were helpful and stuff like so. Like honestly, I've never experienced with admin to be bad, but I know there's people who have experienced with admin to be bad. So yeah, different experiences, I guess. UCT administration coming into the varsity in itself, I think it's good. Like it's literally UCT and VITs are really really good. When I'm critiquing the administration at UCT, I'm not critiquing the administration like the application administration. I'm literally critiquing the department, the specific department that I'm in. You know, the department that I'm in is really shambles. But like in its entirety, pretty much the same thing as VITs. I applied with my June marks last year, so my third year June marks, and I got a conditional acceptance, and they've been communicating everything, like my res, my whatever, like they were quick on communication. So I kind of knew already by last year that I was going to move. I had some sort of an idea. I was still hoping on VITs, but VITs did not take me, so yes. Yeah, but the departments, yeah, no, I don't know what's happening. I think it's because they're also introducing the decolonization thing at UCT, because VITS does have more black people. I'm not saying that VITS doesn't need to be decolonized, but it does have more black people, and therefore UCT is only starting this decolonization thing now, introducing new head of schools and stuff like that, and therefore I think that's why, you know, when there's like a new person, they still have to pick up the pieces that the old person left behind and stuff like that. So I think that's what's happening. Yeah, so I think a lot of that has to do with like the change in terms for the HODs, and yeah, so far I will say though, even if it's bad, the nice thing about it, and I guess it's just about being a post-grad student, because there isn't like a lot of us obviously, so when you go to the office or the admin office, they actually know you and they chat to you accordingly and stuff like that. So if you actually go there, you might find some help, but if you email or stuff like that, like it's gonna be late and slow. But if you do a walk-in, because there isn't a lot of us, it's easier for them to even know you while you walk in, and they'll be like, oh Kanye, so what do you need, stuff like that. So I think that's an advantage. The point that I have is the people and the culture. Guys, honestly, yeah, I don't even know if I'm being biased or anything, like, but Joburg it is here. Like Joburg takes it for me. I think Joburg people, and I think I've said this in my past video about my varsity experience, and I spoke about how generally, okay, wait, before I get there, generally the culture in Cape Town is very slow, very chilled, very okay, we are not in a rush type of people. And obviously in Joburg it's like we are hustling. Therefore, like a normal student in Joburg would be a student, maybe trying to model on the side, trying to be a promoter on the side, trying to start a business on the side, and then like it's just, people are busy. Like honestly people are busy. People are fine at starting foundations. Like we have people in third year, second year starting foundations that are booming, like giving back to the community and stuff like that. And Cape Town people are just like, I'm a student, that is it. I'm a student. They work. I don't want to lie and say they don't work and everything else, but the hustle and the grind is definitely like a thing in Joburg more than it is in Cape Town. And yeah, I don't know why, but that is what I'd prefer, you know, because honestly, like I don't believe like one day I just don't, yeah, like I don't know, like I don't think it makes sense to just chill and be like I'm a student, whereas you can make money on the side. Besides making money, give back, or like be proactive as a young person. So in terms of that, like yeah, the people are very chilled. The culture, one culture also, um first, the nice thing about also is like Cape Town, and now I'm speaking not just broadly, so Cape Town broadly, not just students, is that the party scene in Cape Town is very chilled. Like you do have your normal people like slaying or whatever the case is, but it's very chilled. It's not as hectic as Joburg, where in Joburg like you're considered, you're not gonna have fun if you don't have as much cash. And Cape Town's very different. You can go out with not as much cash and you'd have fun. So that culture in itself, I think, maybe also comes from being laid back. And yeah, making friends in Cape Town could be a bit difficult. That's also because, and I think, and I'll tell you, so the two things that I've noticed about both Joburg and Cape Town is that there's certain I think I burnt myself. Oh, it's foundation, I don't know. So but there's certain languages that people assume that you're supposed to know. So in Joburg, people will definitely speak to you in Zulu first, and then maybe they'll try Sotho, and then after that they just like look at you weirdly if you don't speak those languages. In Cape Town, it's obviously Xhosa, amongst the black people, and everyone else in Afrikaans or English. But like amongst the black people, like they will legit speak Xhosa to you, and if you like act confused or don't answer, like you're completely like scratched off, I think. But yeah, it's up to you to make a comeback. Like I do. Like I make a comeback, and I'm like, don't worry, babes. I speak Zulu from Joburg because I also don't speak the proper Zulu. But definitely in Joburg they do it as well. If you don't speak Zulu or Sotho, also like Joburg Zulu and Sotho, not like proper Joburg, not like proper Sotho and proper Zulu, they like rub you off. But I don't think in Joburg it's as bad, and I'll tell you this, like because Joburg is like a place where there is different people from different places. Most people from Joburg know very well that most of us there are not from there, you know, besides like the exception of me, someone who was born and bred in Joburg. Like you can't say I'm not from there. Maybe my mom, okay, she's also from there. Maybe her parents, so my grandparents, are not from there. But like more than anything, people are more welcoming, and they accept better in Joburg than they do in Cape Town. Because yeah, man, because like I said, there's different people from different places, so we always just like, yeah, like whereas here people sort of gravitate towards each other. So even people from outside Cape Town, they only gravitate towards each other because that's all they know. There is that in Joburg as well. Like I know that like I know a lot of people from East London in Joburg, and they somehow gravitate towards each other, even though Xhosa is not the same, because East London Xhosa is not the same as Cape Town Xhosa. It's not the same as Eastern Cape Xhosa, you know. But like even though I had like with me at Wits, I never like, actually come to think about it, all my friends are not from Joburg. All my friends, I had a friend from East London, I had a friend from Bloom, I had a friend from Rustenburg, I had a friend from Cape Pretoria, I had a friend from Cape Town actually. Like in Joburg it's easier to like just like attract each other, even though not based on language but based on like just interest. Whereas in Cape Town most of the time people gravitate towards each other based on language. And yeah, so that's the two things that I've noticed. Also, I think I have said this before, that Cape Town people are very cliquey, in the sense that most of them do start, like even though my one friend from Cape Town, the friends that she still has here, okay, I met her last year at Wits, but the friends that she still has are friends that she made literally in primary, in high school, and they grow together and they become a clique and it becomes one big hoo-ha taboo happy family. Whereas in Joburg, I might speak to my friend from primary, but I'm definitely like not, it's not gonna like stop me from making new friends, or it's not gonna, like, we're not cliquey. And maybe also, like I said, it does come with the sense of, I know most of us are not from this place, so there's a sense of, I know that you are lonely or something, like I know that I can be yourself, I've been in your position type of thing. So yeah, those are the two things. In terms of future living in Cape Town or living in Joburg, definitely going to live in Joburg. I do not plan to live in Cape Town. I do not see myself in Cape Town, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I know people like saying, oh my god, Joburg is so dirty, oh my god, there's no beach, oh my god, 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 oh my god. I don't care. Like, I honestly don't care. I think Joburg, especially, like, and not, obviously, one, I'm biased, I am from Joburg, but to be quite honest, as a young black professional in Cape Town, I'd never suggest anything like that. Like, for me, I feel like the place to build is Joburg. And if you ever want to move to Cape Town, move at a later stage where you've built yourself, where you've established yourself, and where you've made so much money. Because guys, you need to understand, it's not a joke. Things here are so expensive. Like in Joburg, you can get a proper bachelor apartment for like 5,000 rand, 6,000 rand roughly. And yeah, a good bachelor's apartment goes for something like 10,000 rand. And we need to be honest in our conversations and say, when you do start to work as a young black professional, you're not gonna like get, you're lucky if you're gonna start at a 20,000 rand salary, but you're probably gonna be an intern and you're gonna have to like get like money. Like, interns really don't get paid, guys. Like, don't be fooled. Like, interns, you can get paid like 7,000 rand as an intern, and you work your way up like that. And therefore, for me, it would make sense to live in Joburg, because Joburg things are very cheap. And whereas here, if I'm earning, let's say I'm earning 15,000 as an intern, lucky, good money and whatever, and not a lot of jobs even offer this 15,000 as an intern, guys. But let's just say you do get 15,000 as an intern. In Cape Town, if your rent is going to be 10,000 rand, right, you still need to buy groceries, you still need to figure a way out to get to work. So chances are, if you're staying in, obviously, like, this is how you're gonna think, if you're staying in Cape Town, let me get a place in, I mean, if you work in town in Cape Town, let me get a place in town. A place in town is very expensive. That's the thing. And basically, in Cape Town, you have to live in the township. But also another thing that the iwariyam about that thing is that the public transport here is not 100. Like, for me, and not because, like, okay, obviously, like, I've taken a taxi from here to Khayelitsha like twice, and it's okay. Like, the people that actually drive to Khayelitsha, the association, taxi association that does drive, is very respectful. But now, that's, the respectfulness is not the problem. The problem is that the way Cape Town is built is that there's only one big road that connects the township to like urban areas, right? So traffic, like I don't understand. And like, wow guys, this is also another thing, like Cape Town people like getting to Joburg and complaining about traffic. How, sway? How? Like guys, you need to stop. Ngathi baniloyile ngeJoburg, guys, honestly you really need to stop. Like these things are just happening in and around both Joburg and Cape Town. So stop it, like really stop it. And yeah, like even so for me, like you buy a car and then you're gonna travel, be stuck in traffic, like it's so much admin. Like honestly it's so much admin. And then the public transport also, there's two types, well, that I know of. The one this side, like I live in the southern suburbs in Cape Town. Yo Joe, like I don't understand it. Like I honestly don't understand, guys. I was in this taxi the one time and it was full, but it kept stopping and people were standing, like legit stand. Like you could go to a place that would take you with an Uber 5 minutes or 10 minutes max, but when you use a taxi it will take you 20 minutes plus. Respect, dollar. The driver will not even hesitate to wait for someone that's not even coming. Guys, it's hooting, it's waiting. The person's not coming. Like there is no one by the street and we're waiting. That time we're full. So also like we full. I don't know why you want extra people. And I guess it's a thing because, yo, like honestly I had to come into terms with it, because when I moved here I was so shook. I was like, what the hell is going on? And people were okay with it. Like, you're okay, umisi taxi, and you get it in, but it's full. Like, why are they acting like there isn't enough taxis? Like, I honestly don't get it. And also the drivers, I don't think they're very respectful. So I don't know, man. Like, okay, so let's say you work here, you buy a car. It's just so broke because you're paying 10,000 rent, and you buy a car, and obviously your installment is probably, even you don't even get an installment of 5,000 rand unless you're lucky or you don't have insurance. So I don't know how's it gonna work. Like, no guys, Cape Town, like no. I think honestly it is eliminating like a lot of people who are not rich from staying here, because I don't see how you would survive without having to live beyond your means in Cape Town, right? Especially as a young black professional, guys. Now you're like, you get a job, 15,000 rand as your gross. Also, it's not probably your gross, maybe it's 12 after deductions. So 12, and then you get like, obviously you're in like a 1 bedroom that's 6,000 rand. At least you have 6,000 rand that's left. It's up to you how you would then like mission your way. Also, like in Joburg, you really don't have to get a 6,000 rand apartment. Like there's apartments in like that are like 5,000 rand, like, and they good, they fine, they like a good start for you as a professional or as a young black professional. So I think for me it's more feasible. Yeah, so I'd definitely choose Joburg over Cape Town. And yes, that's basically my view of Cape Town versus Joburg. I do think obviously, like I said, I haven't been to Cape Town for a long time, but I yeah, like I've been here for quite some time, and I think so far it's been okay. Besides, like I said, like honestly I feel like I've never felt like I needed a car as much as I do in Cape Town, because it's so difficult to get to places, guys. Like so difficult. Like for me to get to the northern suburbs in here from the southern suburbs, like I'd have to Uber, and that's like 300 and something. And if you take a taxi, it's like, it still doesn't get you. So the places, so it's not like Joburg, where like in Joburg even in Sandton, the taxi goes there, it reaches there. Like, do you understand? They've made means for people who don't have cars, whereas here it's just like, if you don't have a car, sorry Sisi, you know. And for me, like, honestly, I think it yeah, no, like, I can't imagine. No, 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 no. And another form of like transport mostly is trains, because trains actually get to places where taxis don't get. But now it's a mission. Like, now I must get a train, like a whole train, guys. Like, it train. Oh, guys. So honestly, yeah, like, I feel like there's those little things, as small as they are, or as tiny or petty as they may seem, like, they do count. Especially because if you do work, most likely you're gonna work in suburbs, right, or in the CBD. And if, like, transport on its own is a problem, then I can't imagine how you'd want to live in a place that doesn't cater for you to even get to your workplace, you know. So yeah, like, I'll visit the beach, guys, like, but I'm not gonna live. The beach is not my everyday, day-to-day life. I'm not, you can flex about the beach as much as you want. It's not an everyday life thing. Like, most people don't even go to the beach here, so you can't argue and say, Joburg is dirty, Joburg doesn't have a beach. And lastly, actually, it's very freaky how, when I was planning to have this Joburg / Cape Town and what do I prefer, or my experiences, I ran into a quote, and I just wanted to read it for you, because I know this is a thing that a lot of Cape Town, or non-Joburgers, I don't want to say Cape Town people, non-Joburgers, like, worry about, like, the fastness of Joburg, and Joburg having to maybe chew you alive, or, like, you know, I speak, sometimes it's not even a matter of maybe hate, and I know I'm saying, like, I always joke and be like, yo, banloyi, type of thing, but sometimes it's a genuine, like, being scared. Like, a lot of people are scared of Joburg because of the stories that they've heard, or of how fast they think that Joburg is, or, you know, like, the things that they hear, because some people haven't even been there, but they're like, yo, I don't like Joburg, it's too fast. And you're like, sis, where, like, not that I'm saying it's not fast, but uyenini, like, honestly, why are you speaking on something you've never, like, experienced, you know? I could have never, like, I remember last year, obviously I used to hear a lot of Cape Town people saying, oh, Joburg weather, and I never used to argue, because, like, I didn't live in Cape Town. Yes, I went to Cape Town to visit for like 2 days, but you can't judge something over 2 days. And this is why I always emphasize, and I've been emphasizing, that you can't, like, I couldn't do this, make this video until I felt like it was at a point where it's fair enough for me to make it, you know. So for me, you can't go to Joburg for 2 days and say, Joburg weather, like, honestly, it doesn't make sense. So for those people who are scared, and yeah, this is, weirdly enough, I saw this today, and I actually retweeted it. If you do follow me, guys, this is also another, like, you know, mention, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. It is K_Gonxeka, Gonxeka. It's basically the name of my channel, K Gonxeka. K for Kanye, Gonxeka for my surname. Yeah, so it reads, so Altido tweeted, Joburg has ruined so many good girls from out of town. And then Kaya Dlanga quoted the tweet and retweeted it. And obviously, like, when you quote, you then reply. So Kaya Dlanga said, Joburg will devour those who are uncertain of who they are. It will show you who you are through the temptations it throws your way, giving you whatever you are looking for, and a dash of what you aren't. Joburg, like many big cities, offers everything and nothing. So, with that said, or with that being said, I honestly I feel like wow, this thing, yeah, I didn't plan it, guys. I honestly didn't plan it. I saw it today and I was like, wow, so cool, because I'm going to be speaking about Joburg and Cape Town. For those of you who are okay in Cape Town, it's cool, chill. But for those of you who are doubting because of what you've heard, really it is like, I can't stress this enough, like he's saying, like it will chow you if you're uncertain about who you are. And I feel like you will be chowed even in Cape Town if you're uncertain about who you are. You'll be chowed in KZN, you'll be chowed anyway if you're uncertain about who you are. The lifestyle that they speak of in Joburg is everywhere. It's just faster in Joburg. There is a lot of clubs in Cape Town and a lot of things that happen in Cape Town that happen in Joburg as well. It's just obviously at a faster pace in Joburg, and it will chow you as much as it will in Cape Town in Joburg if you are not certain about who you are, and also if you don't surround yourself with people that ground you, because more than anything it is about your surroundings as well, because if you keep a positive energy then you attract a positive energy. So yeah, coincidentally, as I was going through, or I don't know how I saw it. Oh, I think I was looking at I forgot her name, but someone's story, and I then bumped into her story, and she was sharing what Ukaya Langa had said, and I was like, oh, this is interesting because it speaks of, for me, the difficulty that I have been facing in terms of explaining to people why I feel like I'm okay with Joburg, and people look at you crazy and they're like, you just because you're from Joburg, because Joburg is fast. And I feel like it really explains and answers everything, especially for those who do have questions, instead of like a lot of judgment, like who do have questions or who fear going to Joburg, right? And he went on then to like post this retweet thing he wrote to Altido, or his response to Altido, and he wrote like a whole like status, because I think he did this because obviously Twitter has like, it gives you a certain number of characters, whereas on Instagram you can write whatever you want to write. So he says that, this is Kaya Langa, open quotes, he says, the fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars but in ourselves, close quotes. And he says, by William Shakespeare. And he says, I have known people who remained true to their character regardless of what was going on around them. They may have moved up slower, but their slow, steady pace has somehow helped them. I have seen some who had gone with whatever Joburg winds they may be. They flew closer to the sun. Then they were bruised, beaten, broken, and learned, but got stronger. And then there are others who remained broken. I have heard the deepest sermons from so-called slay queens and marveled at the judgment of churchgoers. Nobody is one thing, and no one is only the thing you dislike. Like Joburg, it is not one thing. You will find anything you're looking for, but don't get lost in the process. Then he's like, to be fair, Joburg doesn't break you. You break yourself against Joburg. So guys, closing on this is that more than anything, I just wanted to say this, that like I said and I emphasized, it really is up to you. And if you feel like you really want to stay in Cape Town, then so be it, and that's also okay. But don't make it seem like Joburg is too fast and blah and blah and blah, because Joburg is fast, yes, but if you stay true to who you are and do what you need to do when you're there, then it's fine. If you came there because of a job and you want to be successful, do that, and if you can, go back home. If not, continue doing that. Don't try jumping into other things and flexing and stuff like that. that's when it becomes tricky and it becomes messy and it swallows you, like Altito was saying, or chows you. I don't know his exact words, but yeah. Other than that, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I know that I did this whole thing of codes, blah blah blah, but like I really thought it was important, given that I am from Joburg and I am from Cape Town, and I know that people really go through these fears when it comes to Joburg. But anyway, do subscribe and like, and tell me what you would like me to do. Your suggestions your suggestions are more than welcome, and I am always happy to hear from what you guys have to say. Your feedback is needed all the time and is more than welcome. Please, please, please don't forget to subscribe and share, and just comment down below on your experiences if you are from Cape Town, or your experiences if you are from Joburg, or your experiences if you've lived in both cities, or in the province of Western Cape and the province of Gauteng. And yeah, see you on my next video. Thank you.